Hey folks, I hope everybody's doing well. Just got my little tack wedge here. Just gonna make some little, just some little arm swings, you know, just them little 75, 80 yard, the little in-between shots that you don't need to make full swings and all that. You know, just a little arm shot to play around, you know, hitting those little into the wind and all kinds of different little shots. This is my attack wedge. Usually hit it right around, I'd say 115 to 120-ish is where I play it. Right now it's a little into a wind, a little cross wind, throwing left and right, and I'm hitting a little draw back into it, and I'm hitting it about 80 yards. And what I call this one, this is kind of like my little rollover hand draw. Like when there's a shot, and I use this shot, normally when I hit it, I'm hitting it like this. I'm right there. And that's just a little straight shot to a little fall off fade. But a lot of times, when you're playing those pins that might be over in the corner, and you don't want to fly the pin, you know, you don't want to fly it over because it's probably bad, and you'd rather, if you make a mistake, you'd rather make a mistake to where you hit it short instead of going long. So sometimes I'll hit this, and even if I got a good number with a lob wedge, I'll still take this because you never know, you might hit that lob wedge, catch a little flyer, whatever, and still hit it over the pin or something, and you might be in danger. So I'll take this and I'll hit that little turn down, as I call it, a little turn down, or it's what I call it, is a toe sweeper is what I call it. And I'll hit that when the ball's over in that little corner, and just kind of turn it down, and I'll turn it down a little bit with my hands, and I call it, like I say, a little toe sweeper. And what it does, it'll hit, and then it'll just release out, and it'll start hooking towards the corner. And that's normally when the club is over in the corner, because sometimes when you go hit it with a little draw or something of that nature, the ball has a tendency, maybe, you know, to turn over a little bit much, because, you know, that's hard to time perfectly. See, I can control this one a little bit more because I can put a little bit more spin when I do what I call my finger roll. So I'll do a little toe sweeper. And when I do this toe sweeper, I always, because I know it's going to hit, and that comes with experience. I know it's going to hit and it's going to roll out. So a lot of times I'll probably try to take off about 5 yards. Like say, for example, it was an 80-yard shot or 85-yard shot or something of that nature. I might only hit my clock it at about 70, 75 and let it roll out, because I know that it's going to roll out. And I've hit a lot of good shots with this, and I like playing this shot also, you know, into the wind, because most of the time it's going to come around for me. and it's going to hit and it's going to roll left. So, plus me, a lot of people have seen me hit this shot here on the range. So, but then when I got like this one, if you got the wind blowing left to right here on this, I'll hit what I call my finger roll. Is that, you know, that's a little cut shot, and I'll actually move my head, you know, and you know, people, something I haven't told you all a lot about with me and my shot making. I actually use my head to hit certain type of shots. In essence, you know, I don't really care so much about, you know, my feet. Now I'll put them certain ways, and you know, for certain things that I do, because I can draw the ball with my feet open as well as I can draw it closed and fade all the same. But I actually like to, you know, hit cut shots or certain shots, you know, using my head. Like when I go to hit a cut shot, like a little soft cut shot, I actually make my head go back to the right. And when my head goes back to the right, it allows me to cut it. And when I want to hit a little bit of a draw, you know, believe it or not, I kind of make my head go to the left. Because those are my shot making, you know, that's how I use my head, my hands, my arms, or whatever, you know, for shot making. You know, I know, and I still, don't get me wrong, I still do Jack's little setup here, closed or open, however you want to do it. I still use that, but I still have to have my own little individual feelings, touch, all those different things. Now, if I want to hit a straight shot, I just kind of just keep my head, try to keep it just pretty much centered. And that one goes straight. So I use variations of my head, because the turning of my head is going to tell my body which direction to go. A lot of people make the mistake and they try to turn these hips and then try to make the head match up to that, and then that gets confusion, because the head knows exactly where it's turning. It tells us. That's why our eyes are where they are. That's another reason top down works so well, is because the shoulder girdle works independent of the body turning, but the head turns and the body is going to react to the turning of the head. So, you know, because nobody walks like this and then turn their head. We all move our head and then turn. If I want to restrict the body, I just turn it the other way, turn it back. And I mean, I can hit all kinds of little shots with this. You know, a little, what I call a little recoil. You know, when you get stuck in the woods sometime, maybe got a little tree behind you, whatever, and you can't really make a full, or you hit it under, a better way, if you're hitting it under something here and you can't make a full release there, then you can hit this little recoil. And I've been very, very good with this shot here, because I was playing one time, and this was a while back, and there was a log right, like a log there, I mean a tree, a big log there, and I needed to hit it, and I knew if I followed through that I was going to end up hitting that. And I didn't want to do that, it might injure my hand or anything like that, so I just put the ball back in my stance, just like I did here, and I make this little recoil shot. And all I was really doing was trying to get it back out, get it back in play, and I actually hit it up close to the green, you know, because I wasn't that far from the green, hit it up close to the green, and I chipped it up there, made my par, and then I was out. And sometimes all we're doing is learning these things to save scores. I'll hit that little recoil again. See, those are the things that happen. So, hey people, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You know, that's a little bit about me and some shot making and how I use my head in a sense. And remember, the head tells the body what to go. The turning of the hips does not tell the head where to go. See, that's just kind of how we got to get the programming of it right. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you like the things that I'm doing, like I said, keep subscribing to this channel. I'm trying to get to that 5,000, you know, by the end of the year. Come on, people, get with me. You know, like I said, if you're interested in, you know, some little private little consultation or whatever, I've got a couple videos that talk about how you can get in touch with me. You know, let's keep it going. You know, as I told you all before, there's no real studying out there about how the shoulder girdles work and how it works in conjunction. But I'm gonna tell you what, that's a whole nother level of learning. And like I said, you know, it took me 10 years to really get everything, to know all these little bits and pieces and all of that stuff. So it's gonna take them some time, but I'm gonna tell you right now, they're going to study it. And so, you know, but you all got an advantage, you know, because guess what? You all been doing top down. So, hey, like I said, you know, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And remember, as I always say, always good golf.